This news was never planned to surface. Even the big names involved in this information leak had previously vowed in closed-door meetings not to mention a single word to the public. But something bigger than all of them is moving behind the scenes. And that name, a name that once broke the world record with just one song, is now shaking up the world in a very different form, more silent, more secretive, yet far more terrifying. Jungkook, not as a singer, but as the mastermind of a crazy project that is predicted to shake the foundations of Asian business power and transcend BTS's own influence. What happened exactly? Who leaked this plan? And the biggest question, will Jungkook really sit down with foreign tycoons after he finishes his military service? This is not just wild speculation. Sources in the global investment world have already begun to mention his name in exclusive meetings, juxtaposed not with other idols, but with figures of the class of Elon Musk, Bernard Arnault, and even Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Jungkook is no longer on the grand stage with the lights on. It now sits atop a skyscraper blueprint, clutching a multi-billion-dollar development map of the area. This is a very different world from army cheers. And the world is looking at him in a very different way, not as an idol, but as a threat. A year before Jungkook officially performs his military duties, there is a closed-door meeting at a secret penthouse in Gangnam. None of the media knew about it, and no one from the entertainment agency was present in the room. The people present were not entertainment entrepreneurs, but the heads of global property companies, investors from the Middle East, as well as representatives of the European Investment Bank. One of the participants, who did not want to be named, leaked a sentence that made the blood of economic analyst rustle. The phrase became a code that spread quietly among Asian business forums. For many, Jungkook is a celestial being who descends into the world just to sing and dance. But the reality depicted in the secret documents that began to leak in early April 2025 is very far from it. Jungkook, secretly, has bought dozens of properties in strategic areas of Southeast Asia, the southern coast of Korea, even in some geopolitically vulnerable areas such as the tip of Fujairah and the Bay of Bengal. He's not alone. There are signs that he has financial support from institutions that have not previously come into contact with the entertainment industry. One of the leaked documents mentioned a $720 million transaction linked to a coastal reconstruction project in Busan, and the name listed as one of the initiators? JJK Holdings, a shell company that had been thought to belong to Hong Kong property speculators, is now confirmed to have a direct relationship with Jungkook. The name is very carefully hidden, but the digital imprint does not lie. In the internal records of one of the Swiss law firms that took part in the transaction, there was a digital signature bearing the initials JK. And the signing took place just 2 weeks before Jungkook officially carried out his military duties. Is it possible that all this is just wild speculation? Unfortunately not. Because just 2 days ago, French investigative journalist Adrien Lemoine published leaked documents that were strongly suspected to come from secret meetings between JHK Holdings and investors from the United Arab Emirates. The meeting is scheduled to take place on August 14, 2025. Exactly a month after Jungkook's official date of discharge from the military. Naturally, the South Korean media tried to silence this information. But what they don't know is that someone from within the system is tired of this silent conspiracy and has chosen to leak everything and censored. According to the leaked documents, Jungkook is said to be the visionary director of the giant Nova K21 project. This project is not just about real estate. It is a future city-building scheme, complete with AI-based transportation systems, floating residences, and carbon-free zones designed not only for Korea, but for expansion into Southeast Asia, especially the Philippines, Malaysia, and Vietnam. What's more surprising? Also present at the meeting were the CEO of a Norwegian renewable energy company, a military consultant from Singapore, and technology representatives from companies that have worked with the Pentagon. What exactly is Jungkook building? The city of the future? Or the headquarters of a new economic power? No one knows for sure. But one thing is clear, the project is too big to be run by someone fresh out of the entertainment industry. And that raises the most disturbing question of all. When exactly did Jungkook start planning all this? If we trace back his footsteps from 2021, then we will find that Jungkook began to make small property purchases in coastal areas of Korea that at that time were not considered strategic. But the genius of this movement is this. These areas are now the center of attention after a major infrastructure development plan was announced by the government. Is this a coincidence? Or did Jungkook know earlier? Conspiracy theories began to emerge. Some say Jungkook had access to high-level government data through unofficial channels. Others mentioned that he was secretly mentored by one of the former Samsung executives whom he had known through an advertising partnership several years ago. In fact, the most extreme rumors state that Jungkook has long been preparing this as an escape plan from the idol world that he considers too limiting for his visionary soul. All of these theories may sound exaggerated, but what is unbelievable if someone known as the Golden Magne is now predicted to be the new face of Asian capitalism? This is where the emotional explosion comes in. ARMY, the most loyal fan community in the world, is now split into two large poles. One assumes that Jungkook is doing something bigger than just a comeback, and they support him with a revolutionary spirit. They even created viral hashtags #EmperorJK and #BuildWithJK on various social media platforms, raising funds to support social projects allegedly related to Jungkook's grand plans. However, the other side of the ARMY felt abandoned. They claim to have lost the figure of the singer who used to bring hope through her emotional songs. They felt betrayed by Jungkook's seemingly decision to leave the music industry entirely for the sake of big ambitions that fans' hearts couldn't comprehend. One of the international fan bases even issued a surprise statement: "We love Jungkook. But if he comes back not as a singer, we will assume that the Ritter knee is no longer him." That sentence is heartbreaking, because perhaps, for many, Jungkook's transformation is not just a matter of career, but a matter of loss. The signs in that direction are getting clearer. Internal sources from foreign investment firms have confirmed that a meeting location has been chosen, an ultra-secret resort on the border of Qatar and Oman, accessible only by private jets. And according to the source, Jungkook has been included in the exclusive invite list as a creative industrial partner. When was this officially announced? No one knows yet. But a leak from the airport's security system said that there had been a flight permit application for a private jet chartered by an entity called JHK Private Capital on the Seoul, Muscat, Zurich route in the third week of August 2025. Is that a coincidence? More importantly, is Korea ready for the return of someone who may have changed completely? The night sky in Muscat has never been so bright, as if knowing who is coming brings a storm in silence. A private jet with the logo of a Firebird took to the air slowly, breaking through international air borders silently, without rumbling. There was no official welcome, no cameras, only motion sensors, fingerprints, and a network of military satellites secretly watching. However, from the jet cabin silenced by the advanced soundproofing, a person sits in a perfectly cut suit and a blank gaze pierces the window. He doesn't have a guitar. She wasn't wearing her earrings. He was wearing a limited edition Swiss watch, not available on the market.